When others zig, you zag, and always go in the opposite direction than the mass does. Everything in our journey is just a mirror of our inner world. You have your inner view of yourself, and you have a view of the world in general that you built over time, and that you were brainwashed to believe in when you were a child. Your identity and your perception of yourself will always override uh, the view you have about the world in general. That's why, let's say, in those groups of friends, when you know that some person or your family member is worth of much more than they are experiencing, and you are doing whatever you can and is in your power to make that person aware of how powerful and worthy they are. But if in their core they have a low self image and low view about themselves, no amount, literally the entire world can 24/7 speak to them that they are worthy and that they can get the most and the best out of this life. Nothing will change until they do something in order to have more positive view and better inner picture, and that's only possible through the identity shift. There are many proofs for this in life. The reason why most of people who through lottery gain lots of money lose the same money is because they deep down are having that feeling of unworthiness of that amount of money, and that's why they self-sabotage and literally blow everything away. When others are fearful, you should be greedy. Some of famous persons said that. I think that it was Warren Buffett. Always do opposite what has been said to you. Follow your inner voice. Never think, what can I get from life or from this situation? Always have wonder what life wants from me and what this particular situation wants from me. Every single holiday is made to put you in a place of being someone who consumes. Valentine's Day, my birthday, Christmas, International Women's Day, every single holiday is made to make people overconsume and overspend. One of my favorite quotes is from Deepak Chopra: don't spend money you don't have to buy things you don't need to impress people you don't want. It's interesting how these young people are so obsessed with, I don't know, the latest telephones. It's nice to have things that make your life easier, but if that's not something that's making your work or your tasks easier, it's unnecessary. And the worst of all is that they are always, and the reason behind that purchases is comparing with each other. I don't know, if your worthiness will depend on the type of watch you wear, and its price, if your worthiness is depending on the type of brand of cell phone and its price of your external validations, you are fucked up for life. True power and true mastery only comes when you first recognize what's your blocks and do whatever is in your power to let go of all old stories that are not serving you. We are living in a time where everything is, from the moment that you open your eyes, fighting for your attention. What is attention? Attend to. So if you let yourself be pulled into something that is waste of your time and that is not worthy of your attention, you lost hours, weeks, months, years, unfortunately for some people, even entire life. That's a form of manipulation, as everything is. I just watched last night one great video where this person says that whoever didn't realize this is just stuck in what is by the people who run the world for centuries, literally predicted for the collective, because those who keep people stuck in fear and in all kinds of manipulations, literally that's why they have that enormous power. All of these smart guys say that if you would even spread the power and all the wealth and everything that is now in hands of those who run the world, after a while everything would go back to them, to the source. Why? Because they have good inner perception. They have good identity. The entire world can view you as a powerful being. If you are not perceiving yourself as a powerful and worthy being, nothing will ever change. Literally, nothing will ever change. How to make your identity work for you? First of all, realize that it's not your fault. This game of life was built in a way to keep the collective consciousness stuck. So all of those who felt and followed the urge and that inner knowing that what's for collective is not for them, the blessings and rewards from the entire universe for those people are huge. They are huge as a blessing for being brave when everyone were afraid. They are reward and blessing for keeping up with the vision, and that being faithful for that inner voice who always said, come this way, come this way, come this way. Your inner voice is like a GPS. Your inner voice will not today say, stop being boring, you asked me for direction yesterday. No, you have this inner power from the day that you had your first breath, and it's available to you as long as you're here. So do whatever you can to build the connection with the higher power. For me, it's God. For you, can be infinite intelligence, universe, source, whatever feels the best. But always know that that's the most important relationship that you will have in your entire existence. First, you and higher power. For me, first me and God, then me, then me and my family, my friends, my relationships, my success, my health, my wealth. Health comes after, and I see it the same as relationship with God, because He is the big guy who is in charge of everything. But that's how you should build your priorities. You are probably selling yourself short, and that's why, if you are having some unpleasant thoughts or feelings right now, always know that that's just how your higher self isn't seeing you, how God isn't seeing you. Whenever you feel any kind of resistance, that just means that at the moment you're disconnected. You're disconnected from what? From the power that created you, from life itself. And do whatever you can to bring your power back. People most of the time slip into anxiety, depression, unpleasant thoughts and feelings, completely unaware of what's going on. Stop being hard on yourself. That's the first step, because most people are not aware that thoughts immediately produce chemical reactions, and that's why you feel unpleasant. So it's not your fault. But always know that whenever you feel something that isn't pleasant, that just means that you are doing it wrong. So the more you resist it, the more it grows. Allow it, and you experience it, and then you let it go, and it loses its power. So why do people feel more and more bad? Because they attach one unpleasant thought to another, and before they are aware of what's going on, off they go. What you focus on is so important. People are doing everything wrong. Why? Most of the people, and it has nothing to do with their status, with their possessions, with their titles, with their knowledge. What do they do daily? They focus on what's wrong, and they focus on what they don't have. And then they wonder why they get from life more of that, more and more of what they don't want, and more of what they don't have. Your energy flows where your attention goes. And that's why in these days, the most important and most valuable thing and currency is energy and attention. So always be aware where your attention is, because you will get more and more of it. But instead, if you are blessed enough to break out of this cycle, and to, instead of focusing on what you don't want and what you don't have, you shift to focusing on what you do want and what you do have, and putting yourself in a place of appreciation and gratitude, guess what? Those are the things that will multiply in your life. It's very simple. Always be aware that worry is like praying for something that you want. Worry is, let's say, today's beautiful day outside. I already did my morning routine. I went to walk outside with my dog. I enjoyed in nature. I looked at sun. That's what you should do. Always chase the sun. We need more sun to charge to get and rebuild our life energy and force. More fruits, more vegetables. Be intuitive. Always follow the next more exciting and most exciting thing. And you know when you're pulled to something. You simply go. What's killing the most people now is laziness. And I watched some video where some doctor said that they now have kids of 19 and 20 who have serious health conditions because they are lazy. Never think about the task that you have to do. The best thing you can do is to tasks that are most annoying for you do in the morning, because you are most energetic in the morning, and never think about the task, because while you're thinking you could do the half of it. Just do that brain hack, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go. It's a great technique. So I wanted to say that worry is what? Worry is like I go out now and it's beautiful day, sun is shining, spring is beautiful, and instead of enjoying in the moment, I start to worry about possible rain in the afternoon. And instead of absorbing the sunlight, I take umbrella because it might raining. That's what people are doing to themselves. So forget about it's also form of programming that I was like this because I come from a worry background. They weren't warriors, they were warriors. Instead of being someone who will fight, they were worrying, constant worrying. And I remember how awful I felt because that was like, and I noticed even as a kid that after I started to resist that generational curse, so to say, to worry for anything and everything, I noticed that those who were there before me observed me weirdly, because they couldn't get it how I put resistance to something that was in our bloodline for years. I started to put resistance to worry. I don't want to worry. I'm not doing anything, and I'm not helping, and I'm not bringing to the solution if I worry. Problems are either possible to solve problems. Nothing is problem, everything is stepping stone and blessing in disguise. But let's say challenge, issue, problem is just a stepping stone, and it either has the solution or it doesn't have a solution. If it doesn't have a solution, why would I worry? I don't get it. People are not stupid, but lazy to explore. Don't be one of them, where others zig, you zag. When others put their leg on brake, you speed up. So when others are fearful, you should be greedy. Never, 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 never be part of collective consciousness. Many times, and I remember how the collective consciousness and that pattern of thinking used to, until I learned how to be grounded in my awareness and in observing my stream of thoughts, it had the power to pull me in. Fortunately, I live out of the city, and it's less of collective here. The bigger the city, the more powerful is the collective. And that's why people who are masters in this inner work and personal development say that they are capable to manifest most when they're having long flights, because they're above of the stream of collective consciousness and thinking. And all of that's unwanted, and its collective lose its power and grit above. So your anchor for your power is in breath. The most powerful and sacred place, and what masters said nirvana, bliss, moksha is, it's that place between breaths, between thoughts. That's where your soul is. That's where your power is. That's literally your anchor. That glimpse, that's your gateway to unified field, to all the bigger power. That's where you are master, wizard, who has the knowledge how quantum laws work. You are quantum. You never chase, you attract. You just have the intention, you reconnect with the higher self, and you allow your higher self to work through heartbreak coherence and to literally download from the unified field for you whatever is that is your heart's desires. Never underestimate your heart's desires. As your desire is, so is your destiny. The beauty of this life is that we all have different desires. We are all unique geniuses, but the school system and how the world works is to doom and gloom you, to forget the fact that you were born as a genius. Mirror is always neutral, and it will always give you as a reflection what's inside you. For me, that was a long time ago, first scary knowing, because I was someone who was, for my personal taste, too long in victim mentality. I come from that background because I was raised and lived in surrounding where most of the people were their whole life in primal state of being. As we said, there are only two types of being and two states of being. First state of being is where you are in fight or flight, always in a sympathetic nervous system. Second state of being is living your life from a place of power in parasympathetic nervous system. Most people can't manifest and will not manifest as long as they don't learn how to down-regulate their nervous system. Nervous system is the most important thing that you can work on. To know how to put yourself in a state of power is when everybody around you is freaking out, to know how to reconnect and to literally put yourself in alignment, in agreement. People want to agree people want to understand in order to agree. The best possible prayer is, thank you, God, for keeping me in alignment and in agreement, even though I now don't understand this situation. And that's how you stop fighting against the life and the whole world. Why this is important? Because you don't need to understand. Uh, Higher power, big guy in the sky, he has bigger picture, and he sees and knows why something that might be unpleasant and you don't understand, even though you gave the best from your part, why isn't working the way you planned and you thought it would. Just let go and repeat this. Thank you for keeping me in alignment and in agreement, even though I don't understand this now. And you will immediately feel enormous relief, and you will be in a good place, and you will synchronize your nervous system, and that's the place where manifestation becomes automatic, and that's the place where your vision is you. So literally, how to become anything, just be it. Just be it. Work on everything that's part of self-sabotaging mind activities, and always know that you can be someone who was completely in a self-sabotaging state of being. Just by decision making and stepping into a new identity, you can become someone who 24/7 has self-empowering mind activities, because you will in any given moment know how to track your thoughts. And even if it happens that some unpleasant skips and slips, you will be able to, for one unwanted, have replaced that one with 5 wanted. And the main reason for people to feel anxious is that feeling of unsafety. I know that for me that was something that I had hard time to deal with. Out of the nowhere, I would, let's say, wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and just have deep, unpleasant feeling of being unsafe now, and scared for whether or not I'll be safe tomorrow. That's what's putting most people into resistance. But through the breath work and through breathing through your heart, you gain back that power, and you anchor yourself into knowing that, first of all, you can never get it wrong, because you can never get it done. The whole life is school of life, manipulating energy, meaning feel safe here and now. Don't think about what you don't want and what you don't have. Shift to feeling grateful for what you do have and focus more on what you do want. It will immediately put yourself in the place of feeling safe here and now. And the more you feel safe here and now, the more you will literally be safe as long as you're here. And that's the point of all the books, great books: The Power of Now, New Earth, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, The Way of Wizard, all Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Neil Donald Walsh books, Unthreatened Soul book, and many, many others. So stop searching for what you thought you need from the external world. You have built inside everything, and you've been given by your birth tools that can literally make you unstoppable in all areas of your life. And at the end, I just want to once again remind you that you are God's highest form of creation, and it's natural and it's your birthright to be doing well in all areas of your life. And I will, as long as I breathe, be here to remind you of that simple fact.